No, no, I'm good as far as space.
You know all the words.
What happened was when she was recording it, I was kind of in the studio, so I kind of don't have a choice but to know the words.
They can take it, do it.
Exactly. Like every time I try to do a play on this song, on a trans song. Oh, all right. I listen to it so much, I don't even sing trans song.
Oh, this is her?
That's her.
Okay. Now I know. Hey, boo. Big.
Can you see it or no? With your glass. Come on, Grandma. Come on.
Don't do me like
Put
that.
some specs on because I can see with my 2020. Does it need to be illuminated? Put a light to it. Stop talking.
All right. Yeah, that's a new one right
That was
there.
the go mess. They not ready for it, chat. We not ready to
I don't
premiere.
think I would
We're not ready to premiere it yet.
But the is I just had a conversation for the EP that's coming out next year about actually having some go-go on the EP. You know what I mean? So maybe that was in the right vein. Or we're just going to do a little rest in peace to our brother who got unfortunately taken away from us too soon. That was the head leader of Rare Essence. They're having a jam session for him tonight in Southeast. They started at 7:00. So I'm surprised that's just not like the residual go-go coming through our, our wavelengths. Thank you, DJ Treb. DJ Treb is in the building. Treb. All right, most definitely. So, hey guys, welcome to IAG Radio Show. We are here every single Wednesday representing for those who are indie artists that are starting out, who are in the middle, and who are keep on climbing and making their strengths. Like just keep on moving, don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, all right.
You know that's our phone.
Yeah, it is. I thought Sparkle was our song.
Sure.
Yeah, both of those are our song though. But either way.
Song.
Oh, I
Well,
think
I know
there's some
every song.
haterization. That's why your microphone wasn't on right there.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Gutter
But
microphone.
anyway, we are so excited because we are here with Blaquestone. We have Marcus and Courtney in the building, live in the den.
Yeah.
They do have first names. We got to know them tonight.
For sure. Yeah.
It's a great pleasure to see them both here. And let's get started into things. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's start. Our friend Meek Mills is free.
Free Meek.
Free Meek. Free Meek. Hashtag Meek free. Meek free. Meek free. All right. So the idea behind this whole Mill being free experience took place back when he was a teenager, right? And it's a 10-year probationary period. Like this seems to be really drawn out, and so people were talking about like, how are we on the bandwagon for Meek Mill when everybody was hating on him just a year ago, and now he did 5 months in jail, and now we're all like, give us free Meek,
Right.
you know? And I think considering the circumstance of our climate in terms of politicism, I'm going to make that up.
All right. No,
Yeah, that's a new one.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, politicism. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate your efforts. It's become a continual problem that African American males are being incarcerated for minuscule crimes or petty crimes that otherwise could be served on. Hey, Harvey, he doesn't even hear me right now. But anyway, they can be served out through being at home, house arrest, right? I don't know, seeing a PO officer, like for real, what do you do with a high celebrity in jail? that's not Rick Ross and didn't get cloned. Like, I definitely think that there's other ways that you can, you know, kind of maneuver things around. Now, so Meek is free. He legit did what all the music videos have been talking about all the years. He literally got picked up from the jail house, literally, in a helicopter and was flown to the Sixers game. Wow. And I definitely feel like now this is a way to say that this was not, you know, exacerbated in terms of what we're capable of doing in these music videos, because that is the flyest way to get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Come on through the helicopter pad. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you're not being transported to another facility. You're being transported to be who you are. I'm surprised he didn't perform like right there and there as like halftime, or, you know.
Well, they had him hit
the bell. Yeah, the bell, because I guess he's free.
Y'all remember when T.I. got out of jail though? When they was filming Tiny and T.I., he tried to pick them up in luxury, and they was like, "Nah, that." He wouldn't let him pick up in the limo bus. They was like, he got to go to the halfway house.
Oh, well, maybe because he had guns. You know what I'm saying? His charge was a little bit more. His charge was a little bit more distinct. But you know, there is a charge that happens apparently when you drive while black, especially if you are 26 years old and happen to be a football player driving a Mercedes in Loudoun County. That definitely could be problematic. So this one goes out to our friend to the show, Vanessa, who is the Leesburg Town Council member. I know there's a lot of stuff that's happening in Loudoun County right now, so we send our prayers to her as she's rallying the people to ensure that these type of issues are made aware, and then they are then decided to be condemned. So, you know, those are some things that's being while black are experiences, but you know, we're not just solely a pro-black show, but those are just things that happen to be happening.
Yeah.
In other news, let's see here.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, speaking of being pro-black or not pro-black,
or just being right,
just ignorant,
maybe being America.
Yeah. So shout out to Charity C. For giving me this information about Kanye. He went on Twitter today, a whole Twitter rant about he and Trump are brothers. He gave his hat. He has a "Make America Great Again" hat, signed by Trump. He had presented that, and he just went on a whole like brotherly love thing for Trump today.
MK Ultra is wearing
and a lot of people were going after. They were like, "Oh, it's mental health." And Kim is like, you know, let's not, you know, mental health is a serious thing. You know, let's not say
give him some help.
Yeah. But she was saying no. She was saying that's not. Give him some help. She was saying let's not label him as a mental health. So yeah, having mental health problems.
I mean, you know. I like Kanye with the workout plan version.
He's still in the morning.
Well, when you do stuff, I definitely think he probably is in mourning. But nonetheless, you know, shout out to Kanye. I just pray that he just makes some dope music. It's not really, really dark.
I mean, he has a lot of stuff coming out. Like he just, he let out everything. Tiana Taylor's finally getting her album out.
Yeah.
So
yeah. What are your thoughts, Marcus? Sorry, Marcus.
About Ye specifically?
Oh.
Or about what?
Ye, yes. Yeah.
About Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't.
Hell
no.
No, I mean, Kanye is a huge inspiration to me musically. Him and Kid Cudi are like my favorite two artists that I've had the privilege to see in my lifetime come up in music. Of course, I love a lot of different artists, but I mean, Ye's one of my favorites. Ye made me like really want to rap. Like he's the first middle class like kid. Like everybody else I saw was like straight from the ghetto selling drugs or like pretty boy, whatever the case may be. Like Ye, I identified with College Dropout. I identified with Late Registration and all those albums. And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Kanye is dope. He's definitely that came from, you know, it's like the first albums, like Lauryn Hill, Miseducation, who happens to is going on tour specifically just for Miseducation. I think she's gotten so much backlash about.
What she been doing?
Yeah, because her shows. Well,
she comes late.
So the thought process behind that, right, is so in terms of musicality, right, is that fans when they come to a show, they want to hear that song basically just the way that it was performed on the album. Now, there were some legal complications that prevented her from actually performing the songs as they were recorded. And so then they tried to do some ingenuity, and folks, you know, wasn't feeling it.
That ain't the song.
Right. Absolutely. And so people were like paused in addition to like waiting, and now there's this bad press about her being late and blah blah blah. But you know, Lauryn Hill is still Lauryn Hill. You know, education was there. Yep. What was the anything that
late though? That's nothing new with her. Like for years. So I saw her maybe 2 years ago. And I knew going in it was going to be a wait. So I went ahead.
You had some snacks?
Seats. I saw her at the Howard Theater when she was there. Got the booth seats. But, of course, the people that came in and was standing room only, they were, you know,
they were
after the hour have to. It's like, what's going on? But the show, once she finally got going, the show was good. Yeah. You know, and I'm glad I had a chance to see her. She's one of those.
We too. We might have been across from each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was there. He was there.
Oh, that's what's up. So I think the moral of the story is to name your first album something about education, and it will always stand strong.
College education,
miseducate. You know, so you just keep it in the fam of learning. So there you go. So in terms of learning things, one of the things our friend to the show, Dr. Crystal from Fish Scale, they emailed us and said, "Hey, Sharice, we want to do a special giveaway for the IAG listeners." I feel like we have to do hashtag IAG listeners now, since she put in that way, which sounds fancy. So we appreciate you. So Chef Brandon, who is the chef at Fish Scale, is actually right across the street. Speaking of Howard Howard Theater, is right across the street from Howard Theater. You can just go over there and get you a Fish Scale burger. So we had, when she was on our show, I was talking about, you know, the necessity for crab cakes, because, you know, it's imperative. And she informed us about the reality that crabs are in a season. And unfortunately, the DMV, we just don't understand what that season is.
Always.
Yeah.
Because we assume that crab season is every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I could go for crabs. You know, that 2 weeks ago when it was like 98 degrees outside, people were like, you know what, I could go for crabs. And then it became winter like on Monday. But, you know, so we just go with the feel. You know what I'm saying? And if it feels right, we should have crabs. But crab season officially starts like May 15th or what have you. So here's the deal. What you need to do is to go to Fish Scale, right? We told you where it is. We'll post everything after the show for you. I could go ahead and get your Fish Scale burger. So you go tomorrow, if you can, go to burger, their fish burger, right? And then you drop your business card or any card that you might have in their bowl, right? Then they're going to do a drawing.
Yeah, tomorrow through Saturday.
Oh, tomorrow through Saturday. Mm-hmm. Great. Wonderful. Yeah. And so if your card was chosen, you then can be in the runnings for their prime in-season crab cake burger at Fish Scale. Let me repeat that for you. You can win a free crab cake burger from Fish Scale. Yes, ma'am.
Can I drop my card?
Yes, you can. Care for me.
I know you're there for me.
Yeah, so definitely anyone who is an IAG listener can be sure to do that. And all you have to do is like drop the card and be like, IAG. You know what I'm saying? IAG baby or whatever. And they'll know. They'll let us know. And then we will announce come May 2nd, next week, who the winner is, and ask you to come on and talk about that burger though. Mm-hmm. So shout out. That was our official commercial for Fish Scale Burger. We support you. That's what we do. And yeah, let's keep it moving. So, it's time for B with the T. B with the T. B with the T. B with the T.
Yeah.
B with the T. B with the T.
Hey.
B with the T. Ow.
You dig?
Hey.
All right, Trev. Yeah.
You know I like that. I told him. I like that. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why I like it.
Got it.
Hello, everyone.
Good day.
How goes?
Hello.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, love.
Done good. How goes it, everyone?
Well.
All right, so I got a lot to say.
Hey.
A lot. So let me just get straight to it. It's a little crooked. I think.
Okay,
I think T set that one up.
You know
all right. So,
dang, what is going on?
First
tonight?
of all, Okay, everybody's on social media. First things first. I love Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart is a baby. He's a baby. So this, at the end of the game, this young gentleman picks Kevin Hart up. Like, they going for a hug, and Kevin is like, he pick him up, and then the internet, who remains undefeated, throws him in the air, and then they did a meme of a baby like, wee. The internet remains undefeated in my eyes. Like, they surprise me every day with their greatness and ignorance, and I love it. And I can't stop.
Oh yeah, because I was like, he's a baby. I know he's short, but okay.
He's a. I'll show you the clip.
He's like 4 or something.
Ooh.
No? Oh, shorter than that?
I don't think quite 4, but
Oh.
He is not that
he's not
short.
4. She said 4. I didn't say 4.
I asked, is he like 4 or something?
No, he's 5. He's probably like 5.
Yeah.
5.
Oh, you made it seem like he was shorter than that.
He's not tall either.
He's not 5'5"?
I don't know.
Like 5'2"? Okay, we'll
find it.
we'll figure out how tall Kevin Hart is, you know. All right, and then, so, I was strolling through my feed, and I saw a picture of Denzel Washington, who I love, and Michael B. Jordan, who I really love. So, Denzel is apparently passing the torch to Michael, like saying, I'm great. I was the man in the day, and now it's your time to shine. And I really like that. I like that he is passing it on to someone who is a seasoned actor. Michael B. Jordan has been around for a minute, and he's really dope. And I think people really didn't take notice of him until Fruitvale Station, but he was in a couple of TV shows and stuff before, and he's really just a seasoned actor, and he's good at what he does. He really makes you believe whatever character or whatever role he is playing. When he played in Fruitvale Station, I cried, not just because of what happened. Like, I legitimately was like, oh my God. And then when he was in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, he was like the best enemy, frenemy. Like, he just did that. So congratulations, Michael B. Jordan, for receiving the torch from Denzel. That is a huge accolade. Okay, and next, let's talk about J. Cole. So, his KOE dropped, right? And at first I was like, oh, I mean, I love J. Cole. I'll listen to it later. And a friend was like, no, go download it now. Thanks, Apple Music. Student discount. Not really student, but okay. So he was like, listen to 1985. And I was like, all right. So I'm listening. I'm head about it. I'm like, oh my God, who is he talking about? Like Lil Pump. Well, who is Lil Pump? What does he think? Some little mumble rapper out was throwing shots at J. Cole. You know J. Cole, he says that he has the throne or the crown, but then he doesn't have it because broke the crown, whatever. He said that on his last album. So he says this favorite line, and this is the last line in the song. He says, just remember what I told you when your ish flops. In 5 years, you gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. That was shade.
Oh my God! I just got it.
Delayed.
Woo!
Yeah,
that was shade on
another level. That's like franchise shade.
That was Mona Scott Young. I mean, Nene, all of them. He just shaded an entire, and people love Love and Hip Hop. But
it's trifling. Yeah.
He just but the rest of the song is amazing. Like, he's like he's like carrying him, but at the same time, he like, no, I mean, I see what you're doing. I see you. I love to see a young black man succeed. I like that you got up out your mother house. But did you buy a house? You got jewelry and you got cars, but you don't have no house to live in. You pandering to these white kids. But what about the people that's really, what about your people? It was a really, I think that everyone should go listen to 1985. That is one of my favorite songs on that album.
Okay.
I like the whole album. I'm not T, so I can't give a raving review of the album. But listen to 1985.
All right.
Dope album.
So it is.
Dope.
It is.
Y'all heard it? Y'all listen to it?
Yeah.
No, not yet. But I heard people talking about it as soon as it was released. Like, it was like album. People were posting the album artwork, like the cover
I
work.
saw that.
Yeah. No, really. Y'all listen to it. Like when you get a free moment, just listen to 1985. It kind of it's the last song, but it sets the tone. Like he did that. All
Okay.
right. So then I like to eat. Even though I'm on this diet thing or whatever. Oh, side note, I lost 9 pounds, 11 more to go. Yay me.
Woo woo.
It's a black-owned potato chip label based out of Atlanta. It's a man and his 2 daughters, and they are the only, like they said when they got into it, they didn't know that it was no diversity in that industry. You know,
Okay.
you got your Lay's, you got your Utz, you got your
Bon.
Who does rap snacks?
So you would think Master P did it, but he don't.
We eat a lot.
It ain't
We eat a lot of chips.
Yeah.
And then there's picture on it, like isn't it like
He's not- it's-
Like I remember from back in the day, they used to sell them off the real like ice cream trucks.
I mean, they still sell them on the ice cream truck. The ice cream truck came to my house the other day.
Oh, okay.
And I got all the flavors because I just wanted to taste it, but they don't taste as good. Because my favorite was the Romeo Miller barbecue.
Yeah.
They ain't them joints clutch. For real.
Burst.
They not black owned.
They not. They are not, right? Surprising. Not surprising.
What's that?
really.
Appropriating.
Appropriating.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use
The
us.
culture.
They use us and sell to us, and we stupid. We buy. I ain't gonna lie. But no, congratulations to them. I'm gonna put a post. I'm gonna, market. them.
Absolutely, we support
They're
them.
out of, I would love to taste some of your chips.
What are their chips called?
Yeah, it's on my phone. I wasn't ready. I thought I had.
they call black owned chips.
Black owned chips. Come on, Bevan.
black chips.
What? How you gonna? Hey, it'd be like, yeah. Let me get to that. Well, while Bevan is figuring that out,
Already
let's
got
get
it. Here
into
we
some
go.
music.
They are symphony chips.
Oh, wonderful.
Follow them on Instagram.
Wonderful.
Wait, I gotta say one more thing because I promised this person I would. I met this guy at a job that I am no longer at, and his name was Hollywood, and he has his own clothing line, like really, really, really dope stuff. We were just randomly talking, and then I told him about IAG, and he was like, "Oh, that sounds like a really dope concept. I would love to be on." Blah blah blah. He has a lot of nice clothes, like he does them himself. Like his tag says Hollywood. It doesn't say Hanes or nothing like that. Like he has his own clothes. He is going to be doing T-Con May 12th at the Convention Center, and he's also doing a fashion pop-up shop on the 28th at Click Warehouse. He is at Hollywood Clothing Co. on Instagram. Follow him. He's dope. Hey, Hollywood.
Hey, Hollywood.
What's up?
All right, so let's get into some dope music.
Yeah. So we had some artists submit their music. They sent it to us. We love when artists do that.
Absolutely.
It's the League Music Group. They have it's like a go-go and rock mix. But this song
Oh.
right here is called "Waiting on the Sun to Rise." Their local group. Check them out. They're super dope.
She don't hear nothing.
Come on, tell me.
And I'm up drip chasing, my mind is racing, looking for a way out. I'm thinking I couldn't see that I was gonna take the wrong route. Sometimes you wanna play the fool, and sometimes you play the real too. But in this here life, you gotta make a way, man. But I ain't done there yet, no. You see, I say hopes and dreams, and a little bit of everything, yeah. Just hold up and be small. Waiting on the sun to rise. 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 I went to church today, fell on my knees and I prayed to my Lord, help me please. So hard to stand as a man with you leaning on your knees to see. I know there's a light, y'all, and after that the sun will shine, y'all. But in this here life we're gonna live with regret. I ain't done really yet, no more. But I'm just praying for a little strength, so I can hope while I'm waiting on the sun to rise. Waiting
if I can hear anything.
Hey. Y'all dig that?
All right.
Yeah.
Funny tune, huh?
Yeah. The League Music Group, thank you guys for submitting to us. If you're an artist out there, or if you know of an artist that you want their music played on the radio, on our show, just send it to us at iagradioshow at gmail.com, or just on our IG page, just tag us and we'll find them. So, so it's super dope. The League Music Group. This next group, I was watching this movie on Netflix. This dude, this new movie.
Right.
It's recently on Netflix. Super dope. It's about 4 girls who are best friends. Brother died. It's a cute movie. Check it out.
Thanks, T.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
You sound like Pastor Browning on a Sunday morning.
It was first 5 minutes of the movie. I was like, what happened? But these artists, they had their song played on the movie. Super dope. Check it out right here. You know, it's called Blaquestone.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this is that song. It's that song right here, 11:59. It's off their EP Afro Noon. Yeah,
Afternoon.
check it out.
Oh, I get that. Afro Noon, 11:59. Almost Twitch.
You get it. See, now my
As I sit back with my feet up, be up, show my crew love. Pray to start my day and get my piece of divine light, align right. Keep everything in high sight, connect to the most high and shine bright. The introduction of a black king with a black queen, picture that scene, no scheme. You good, you hear it, you hear it, you hate it, or you was getting it, feel it all in your spirit. Now let me pause and reflect, stay calm and collect my thoughts, cause we all in distress. I confess that things ain't always what it seems. Ain't no shortcuts to these dreams, just be you and stay true. And just feel the vibe. I know you tired from you working that 9 to 5. It gets hard out here when you trying to survive. But relax though, and don't believe the lie because it all falls down. So don't believe the lie because it all falls down.
Okay, you dropped the beat.
Yeah, I just had to add that in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was already there. I just had to accentuate it. You feel me?
I felt it.
That was so dope. Yeah. So I can only imagine what happens at 12. Yeah. I guess you're officially free at that point. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. So we are so ecstatic to have Blaquestone, aka Marcus, and Courtney present live in the den. You know what I'm saying? That's always a dope feeling. And so, you know, I want to really know, how did you two meet?
Well,
And was it love at first note or bar? Thank you.
I'm gonna let Marcus.
Marcus. Oh, okay. Courtney said, I'm gonna let Ma.
I'll take that. Now we first met when we were like, I was 13, maybe like a little younger, but I met Courtney through her stepbrother. And yeah, so like I was like the annoying little brother's friend, and she was the, you know.
Oh, so you try to come over often to play.
You was Roger.
But that's the funny thing. Like it wasn't anything like that. Like she was just like my friend's sister. I didn't really start liking Courtney in that way, if you will, until we were what? It was like I was 19 years old or something like that, right?
Oh, till you was elite, you was legal. Is that how the story really gonna go?
Yeah.
Courtney, how old are you?
I'm 25.
And how old are you, Marcus?
24.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I'm rocking the
Little cougar.
Cougarville is in the bill.
Like, I'm
Is it
grown
really
now.
a cougar though? If it's like a year and 10 days?
No,
Not at all. Not at all.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, absolutely. Courtney's like, oh my God, please move to the next segment, please.
Nah, you fine.
Okay.
We get it all the time. They be like, oh.
Yeah, this is your young boy.
PYT.
Yeah. So what was the rest of that story, Mark?
Yeah. So like,
Uh-huh.
we reconnected after she went off to college. I was coming home from work. She was on a train as well. And we bumped into each other, sat down, rapped a bit, chopped it up, caught up. And I just thought I was getting my friend back, just kind of reconnecting. And then 3 months later, I'm start looking at her sideways. I'm like, oh wait, who was this?
Wait a minute, Marcus.
Yeah, cute.
You done got a little bit too grown for yourself.
Like a different kind of cute.
Yeah, like
And it was like I would
the
say it was like
babysitter.
it was like a mental thing. It was like a spiritual thing. Like, and then it became a physical thing. So it was just amazing, like that process of like really getting to know who this person is and being attracted to that, and then seeing like, oh, she's pretty too, and she's, you know what I mean. So that's really how it happened, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you, Marcus. Now, Courtney.
What's your take on the story?
He said it. I always go, I go, women, they go more in depth, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, because that was too cliche. Yeah, I was 13 and my friend.
Jumped to 19.
Yeah, you was
that day.
I went to work and I saw her happily on the train.
yeah.
That's how
There's some few steps missing in between 3 months to, I didn't start looking at her sideways no more. I was trying to look at her 4 ways, you know what I'm saying? Front, back, center, and side to side.
I mean, he told the story correctly. It's just, like I said, I just gave it a little bit more splash.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Splash it up.
Oh, okay.
So he was 12 and I was 13 and he was all
Oh,
hater.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he was
Marcus.
like, we lived across the street from our high school, so he always like him and the bros. I was a tomboy, if you can't tell. They would always walk me home, things like that, because my dad didn't play. He a DC firefighter. He'd be like, you got to be home 10 minutes after the bell ring.
Oh,
I
snap.
had to be
Not even the
home.
street lights.
Yeah, no.
Nah, she live across the street from the school.
Oh, bring your home.
So they used to walk me home from school. I'd be up in my room and he'd be out in the streets with my stepbrother playing, screaming to the top of his lungs. I'm like, I
Alright.
can't stand this little boy.
Oh, that sound about right. Now we talking.
That's the real story.
Right. This annoying little boy.
Don't let him do this
Go
to you.
home, Roger.
Go home, Roger.
Go home. And then he not telling y'all, he used to play for XIB, so he like
Oh Lord.
I wasn't
one of them.
he was one, I had that prejudgment and I was like,
She was like, I'm not going to be one of your groupies.
Oh, you thought you was going to be. Oh,
In the bang, he get all the girls. I don't have time.
We ain't got time for that, Marcus. That's why he tried to do that too. You got to tame that because he tried to play. He was like, "Oh, I'm Marcus." You gonna have to get that situated. Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks for the insight.
so that's how it was. So I never looked at him that way. Like that was like a fact that he never looked at me that way. And then, like you said, I went to Bowie State, and then I realized that wasn't the move for me.
Okay.
And I was,
Self-reflection.
Yeah, self-reflection. I was working at the Smithsonian, and I was coming back from the train, and he told me that he used to do this thing where he was coming from Bethesda.
She told all your business.
Routine.
I say, wait.
Yes, this is the IAG exclusive.
I say,
In the den with Blackstone.
Right. Right, exactly.
He would go from cart to cart just to make the train ride a little bit more fun, and it just happened
Faster.
Yeah.
to be, you know,
One of them kids.
He ain't had nothing to do. He was bored out his
For the
life.
next car, holding up.
Yeah. Okay.
Get out that door.
Yeah.
So he just happened to come across on my cart, and I looked up and I saw him, and he saw me. He took the headphones off, and I was just like, "Yo!" And he was like, "Yo!" And we was just talking about where we were in life, and like I was asking him like, "Yo, do you still do music?" Because I remember he used to have this like nice setup in the basement. I'm like, "Yo, make sure you follow your dreams, because you tight at music, son." And then
All this whole year, wisdom. Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, then we like exchanged numbers off some friend stuff, and like we would kick it in the car, listen to music for like hours, like every day, just like listen to music.
This is like love journey.
That's why I was like love and music or
Love
like
it. Yeah, no, take the basketball out and put love music in Metro. Yeah.
And Metro. And yeah, we started kicking it, and we had sat down at Panda Express, and we was talking about how we had this passion for like homelessness. Right. See, you ain't
fancy.
Details. See, that's the details right
Yeah,
there.
that's the you guys went to a fancy restaurant and had this
We went to
conversation.
Panda Express.
Yeah.
Out for work.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I like me some Panda Express.
I ain't even mad at you.
More, you know,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying, upgraded. But
Okay, yeah.
the Kobe's.
Oh, and they expensive. They real expensive for the hibachis.
But yeah, we just, I don't know, like when I realized like he was mature now, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a maturity to him that I appreciated, and it was like a leadership to him. And one day, like he was taking pictures at the cherry blossom joint, and I just looked at him like, wow, like he's a beautiful man. You know?
Oh, the cherry blossoms. It was that pink and the sparkle in your eye.
That was, I'm about to cry.
Y'all didn't feel that when I said my story?
Nah, bruh. Nah, go ahead,
She had
cuz.
to set the tone.
Yeah, yours was nice and whack.
I thought your story was just right for an interview.
Hey,
That was
shut it up, Trev. Shut it up.
Trev's the only other man.
He's the only person that will side with you right now.
You laid down your ride.
Hey,
Oh my God.
you know,
This fool. Trev, yeah, okay. Them curls kind of tight, you know what I'm saying?
Got that new fresh cut.
That fresh cut, that's that birthday hairdo.
Temple fade.
Yeah, you know.
birthday cut.
Two all around.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate the love regardless of how it was, you know, the inception of it, although it was that 12 and 13 experiences. And I'm glad you guys were able to kind of like step apart, not be forced to be with each other where you grow up to the point where you're like, dang, I did everything with this person, and now I don't know what it's like to be around other people. And especially when you're in the music vibe scene, you know, plenty of people past go-go lifestyle are always pressed to be in your face and trying to get to know you and all that kind of stuff. And it's always great when you're able to shut it down and there's a respect, like, don't even come here with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way people sometimes try to break people down, and especially in musician lifestyle, you know, people think that musicians can't talk to each other, although because they're secretly all both, you know, kind of psycho. But I definitely think
Fair.
She's a musician.
I definitely feel like when there's communication, there's opportunity to still be able to have a developed and growing positive relationship. And I think that's something that speaks to maturity in both. And so congratulations to you, Courtney, as well as to you, Marcus, for officially saying, you know, from 12 until 25 and 24, I definitely do think that I want more. And so, and soon, you guys were both saying I do. And I think you,
I do.
yeah. And I feel like you guys have to say, I do. Yeah. Because according to Courtney, she was like, yeah. And you was like, yeah. And I was like, so nobody on the train said, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like Coming to America.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's definitely dope. And I think that probably speaks to your chemistry and the fact that you guys are able to gel so well together. And so how would you define your genre and your vibe collectively and individually? So maybe I'll start with, you know, Courtney, because Courtney gives more flower.
Right.
I don't know what Marcus be doing over there.
Both. I would say it's a soul, it's a hip hop, it's an infused thing. Myself separately is also an added like folk type of situation.
Okay.
I don't know where I get an accent from. It's kind of, I don't know where I got some type of accent. I don't know who I got it from. But
Okay. Come through accent.
Yeah.
How about you, Marcus?
Oh, she's kicking at me. I was waiting for the flowers y'all was talking about.
She gave a real short one. She was like, no, I'm good on that one. All right, Marcus. Yeah.
Well, I think if we're defining Blackstone's genre, I believe it would be like a neo soul hip hop fuse. Soul at the base of it, but it encompasses hip hop. If we're just talking about this brain of mine, I think it's just a lot of sounds. It's a lot of sounds. I grew up listening to a lot of different music, so I can pinpoint maybe like there's a lot of neo soul in there, a lot of maybe jazz influence, but it's a world. It's a vortex in there.
Vortex.
Okay.
That's a new. That's their new single out. New flavors in your ears coming out in 3 months. You heard it here. It's an IAG exclusive. Vortex. So definitely, we had the pleasure. Bevan and I had the pleasure of seeing you at the Speak Easy situation.
Yes.
Was that last year?
It was last year.
Good God! Wow. Okay. And shout out to BMO
At Kappa.
BMO.
Yeah.
and that whole venue was dope.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, it's a meat factory.
Nope.
No. Aha. There's a whole like 1950s cotton club behind these doors. You know what I'm saying? And I really thoroughly enjoyed you all. And it was a freezing cold night, but it was a packed house, and that's always a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that the vibe is very translucent in the sense that it's something that people they may not fully understand, but they can immediately identify it with it, and that's what's most important. You know what I'm saying? And so eventually it's like it just feels good. When you have feel good music, it's like you may not be able to understand the lyrics just yet, but does it move me to feel some type of way in a good positive vibe? And that's exactly what you all's music does. It put people in a place of just like openness of like, yo, maybe I could be looking out my window and the sun is coming in even though it's dark outside, you know?
Right.
It'll give you that 12 a.m. experience. But, 11:59 and 30 seconds. So I, as you guys have grown individually, right? Collectively is a different metaphor, being that you guys are now in a group in terms of Blackstone, right? So what were some of the things that you both, whomever, Courtney or Marcus, you can choose to speak out on this. What were some things that you all had to grow from as being in Blackstone together?
Learning how to, what's the word I want to say? So be more selfless, be more like open to other ideas.
Okay.
I can, like, when it comes to music, I don't think I'm like, I may be like this, but in other things, but when it comes to music, I can get extremely maybe selfish.
Okay.
And I may not display that all the time, but I know my thoughts.
Okay.
So I can be
Yeah.
like selfish, especially if it's a song that like I may have created in the basement, whatever case may be.
Now, when you speak of selfish, what type of selfishness are you speaking
It's
about? Like
it's
protection, or like I did this verse, I'm gonna need to, sing this verse, or I don't want that person playing on my song.
It's almost like I don't want to hear no more ideas.
Okay.
Some like in the early stages, like this is done. It's done. I don't gotta add nothing to it. It's all right,
It's good as
handcrafted.
it. Okay.
Here you go. All right. Because I was so used to just creating by myself. So when we started creating together, I just kind of saw like, no, she has her own mind, has her own like creative spirit, and it enhances so much of what our sound is. And it wouldn't be Blackstone if it was just Marcus's idea. So I mean, that's one way I can pinpoint out the many that we've grown.
Yeah, that's what's up. And Court, what are your thoughts?
I like how you said Court. That means you feel good around me.
I told you it's that openness.
Yeah.
I tell you.
That's how I know it's ready. Like, hey, Court. I'm like, oh, you just met me.
You brand new, ain't you? Yeah.
For me, I think it's the speaking up part, and I still have to work on that.
Okay.
Because sometimes, especially because I know that the guys are like very musical, I sometimes I feel like, especially in the beginning, it's like, oh man, they just like out of this world. I'm just not gonna say nothing, and I don't really voice that like, hey, like I wish that I could be on this song just like a little bit. Like, can I be in the background, do a little ooh ah? Like, I wasn't saying nothing. So I think it's just, I think I had to learn to be vocal, and to say like if I liked something or if I didn't like something, but also knowing when not to say anything, because sometimes it's a feeling and it's not about lyrics or a voice. Sometimes it's just about like everybody. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. And I definitely think what you're talking about is the epitome of what groups encounter, those that experience it well or have learned, and those who haven't and are no longer like they're doing like reunion tours now. But I mean, it's one of those kind of things that it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you are two separate people, you have different strengths, and sometimes it's kind of like, when can I interject? When is it necessary, or when should I kind of fall back, you know? And just knowing how to work with each other. And then I think the other piece of it is like, especially knowing how to like curve whatever like life experiences doesn't like infiltrate into like, okay, this is music, and so we have to still keep our personal life separate from the music. I don't care how close we are with the band, okay, our personal life is still separate, and I think that's that level of professionalism of knowing how to divide the two so that people can't get into the business and try to find shade when there's no, we don't need shade here. This is all about sunny days. And with, you know, there being sunny days around, you know, it always makes you able to see brighter opportunities and be enlightened within yourself, you know what I'm saying? And support each other, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about these sunny days.
Y'all funny.
I was clean. I was a clean
translation.
Thank
you. We've been working at this for about a year.
There are sunny days ahead. There are sunny days ahead. There are sunny days ahead. Just keep going. There are sunny days ahead. There are sunny days ahead. There are sunny days ahead. Just keep going.
Heard don't get rid of your well doing, just keep doing it well. Grab the mic, go spit nitro, fumes from hell, change your outlook. Then you start receiving some mail. You got the power, that's the point in the cell. The keys to the cell and deep in your cells. You should pull from the spirit. We are divine. I tell you a third time so you hear it. Repetition is needed for certain people to get it, and required for those who feel less inspired. But as a matter of fact, we out of that. Flipping over hurdles like an acrobat. God's child, so the earth is our habitat. Self give you master that, and that's a fact. Fighting through the trials and the error, trying to get myself together, cause we got somewhere to go. I see the hope in your eyes, I hear the pain in your soul, babe. Tell them what they already got.
There are sunny days ahead. There are sunny days ahead. There are sunny days ahead. Just keep going. There are
Come on, say sunny days ahead.
Okay.
There are sunny days ahead.
IAG Mash. IAG Mash Choir is here. Young adult.
You're right. The young adult choir.
Oh man.
I needed this for 420.
There are sunny days ahead. Sunny days. Oh, sunny days. Sunny days. Sunny days ahead, y'all.
Oh, man.
Come on to the Church of IAG. Come on and say sunny days. Sunny days. Sunny days. Oh, sunny days. Ah. Oh, sunny day.
Sunny day.
Hey.
That
Come through. Yes.
choir robes on.
All right. That's what y'all need to do, the breakdown. You know, there are sunny days ahead. There are. I said sunny days ahead.
There it is.
Sunny days. Sunny days. Sunny days.
Sun wouldn't come out now.
Sunny days.
Rain came from that cloud.
Sunny days.
I was tired of the cold.
Sunny days.
Lord only knows.
Sunny days.
Well,
Sunny days.
Oh my gosh.
There it is.
Blackstone's like Snoop. They got the gospel.
Come through with the sunny days. Yes. You know, so when you all were doing prop design, who decided to take out the frosted? Was it Frosted Flakes?
oh,
Or-
Lucky Charms.
Oh.
Lucky Charms. Because I guess Lucky Charms has the star and there's sunny days
Wow.
Oh, you deep.
with the rainbow.
She went to the bottom of the bowl for that.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Bottom of the bag for that tree.
Come on, Lucky Days. Okay.
All marshmallows.
All right.
And we'll take the star.
Yes. So, what are some things that you all enjoy about being indie artists? The good things, you know.
What the freedom of it. Just really being able to be on our own time of creating, not really having like this I guess supervisor, like you gotta have this done, you get, you know, it's like we're like really on our own time. When we want to create, we can create. When we want to put something out, we can put it out. There's no like, can we do this or should we? It's like kind of real raw. It's real like guerrilla style. Just we want to put it out, let's put it out.
I like that. What are your thoughts, Courtney?
I would say a sense of being proud. Me personally, knowing that Blaquestone, you know, has only been around for about 2 years, and to see sometimes it doesn't feel like it because you're always trying to move forward.
Yeah.
That you're like, man, I'm not here, I'm not there. But then it's like sometimes when Marcus and I sit down and talk, and it's like sometimes you got to sit down and be like, you know, we've accomplished, we're doing good.
Yes.
For us for us to be independent. We don't have like the people who help us, the people who respond to our emails, that one yes out of 100 no's, like those people.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it makes the independent ride feel that much more good because, you know, each step that you take is because of the hard work that you put in as an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think I can respect that for sure because of the fact that I think as we've had a plethora of indie artists come on, right? They've talked about, we always talk about social media being a concern, like that dibble and dabble of trying to figure out what that's like, or, you know, like, okay, your image, people trying to readjust your image and make you be something or sound like someone that you don't identify with or don't really want to sound like, you know? And so there are a lot of benefits to being an independent artist, and I definitely think you guys are exponentially going higher and only going to continue to go higher. And definitely the collaborations, you know, are always dope too. I think that one of the things that a lot of indie artists talks about are sometimes the same. It's like a Virgo, the idea that the same things that make things great are sometimes the things that can make it hard. So like having that independence and doing your own thing, and it's kind of like, you know, manager, when do I seek out a manager, or like when do I recognize like I need one, you know what I'm saying? Or the idea of saying, man, I want one, but I can't find anybody here that will really be able to uplift us to the next point, you know, that would really like us to be. So what are your thoughts in terms of some of the areas that you would like things to kind of change, or you've seen some things that have been not the greatest in the indie artist realm?
I think it's exactly what you just hinted on.
Okay.
Or just kind of hit on. It's just that place of like, okay, you know, have we done all that we can, you know, and are we kind of like at the wall for like when it's only two people and you both of you are creating and you're taking care of like everything on the other end, like, is it time to bring in another hand, another fresh brain to kind of like, okay, this is what we can do to to go farther. So I think that like being at that point, it's like it's like kind of where we are now, and it's like you know, how should we at all, and just continue doing what we're doing? Because I don't know, my perspective is, or something about it is, you know, you do all you can until you literally can't do it anymore. So yeah,
that's a dope way to put it, for sure. Because I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it's that toss up of, okay, if I have a manager that really knows what they're doing, then maybe they will be able to sell me better. You know, it's that idea of having that front person, because although people are all down for independent artists, when it's coming to them to bid for, hey, there's a festival coming up, can I be, you know, I would like to be on this bill, it's kind of like, okay, sure, we see you. And then it's like somebody else has to still validate you or come back in, and kind of, there's all this red tape. And I think with IAG, definitely, even with TriFest that's happening, shout out to Miriam, that's coming up this weekend, next weekend actually, the idea behind, you know, just trying to connect, promote, and move artists in a positive way, a positive train going forward, instead of being stagnant. Because I think oftentimes as any artist, you know, everything, you can make things look good on the outside, but how do you feel internally? And I think every independent artist that we've had on the show has literally said, in a very nice, positive way, not so depressing, of saying like they just had to focus in on themselves and not try to compare themselves to someone else of where they are, or be like, dang, they made it on this festival, I know I applied for that, they declined me. And just try to be like, okay, well, you know, just keep hitting them up, or either take it to the chin and be like, you know what, it's gonna come a time when you're gonna want me to be on this festival, and my schedule won't permit it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're just gonna have to figure out ways to kind of hit it, because those no's, you be like, well, dang, like you have everything that you have the recipe. I've been on Channel 9, you know what I'm saying? I've been on Channel 5. I have an album. I performed at this X, Y, and Z venue, and it's kind of like, still, those sometimes are not good enough, you know. And it's kind of like you're always praying for that one. It only takes one person to make the phone call or to make the introduction, so that transition can happen, you know. And you think about Moo Fresh, Mioma, you know, she was on IAG, right, when we were really in the gutter of like our sound wasn't right and everything else like that. And we, you know, I think Moo Fresh is a very, very dope artist, well accomplished and acclaimed. And it's like, Mumu was willing to come on the show, no problems. We have artists we reach out to, no shade, they don't come on the show, don't respond. And it's like, you're not even nearly on her level, so why would you at any point choose to decline just being on a show? And it's like, it's interesting, and that we talk about Cardi B, about how she said, I was just grinding. I tried to be on anybody's podcast, whether it was 5 people or 500,000 people. I was on those podcasts, because it's there. When she was independent, you have to grind. It's like any opportunity that somebody is promoting you in a positive light, it's like, why not try to make yourself available? So that's something, as an indie artist, I don't understand. And now, especially that I have my crew here, it's like, I definitely don't understand it, because it's like, this is still a platform, you know. And it's already hard enough to get people to want to do articles on you, or to write you up, you know what I'm saying, or to get photographers at your venue to take pictures of you and promote. I mean, like, it's all about promoting. And so that is the struggle with independent artistry, you know, is that you are independent, you know, and it takes money, and it takes a lot of friendships and all that kind of stuff. But you know, what we do want to talk about is what's next for you all, because you all are continuously, you know, there's sunny days ahead, okay? And we're here for the sunny days, and we were here before the sunny days, okay? We were there at 11:59. Okay, so we ready, you know what I'm saying? So what do you all say is ahead? What do you guys have coming up that we can support you guys at, that the crew can support you guys at, you know?
You know, I was trying to pull out my phone to go to some dates. I wasn't being disrespectful.
Oh, no. We on our phones often. People don't know that we're like sharing, ask people to share, trying to take footage. We're also available for interns, IAG interns. Just email us. Thank you.
Okay. Did you have something to say, Marcus?
Nah, you go ahead.
We're gonna be part of a amazing production called Hooded or Being Black for Dummies. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Atlas Theater on H Street.
Yes.
It's this word, y'all, and I don't want to mess it up because it's a beautiful word.
Get some help. Phone a friend.
The mosaic. Holla if you hear me, mosaic.
Oh yeah, mosaic.
Yeah, so we'll be there May 7th, promoting that positivity and black love and like freedom. So that's something that's coming up. We'll be hitting the Hamptons in the New York area in July to work at a summer camp with kids and teach them about music and being creative. And we'll also be putting on shows for like a fundraiser type situation up there too.
Funk Parade. You just go on.
Funk Parade.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot all about that, man. Sorry.
Well, I just like the fact that you definitely said, go ahead. You know, he was like, but you know.
She got the phone in front. You know, she got the dates.
But you, but where your dates at though?
Yeah, I got them.
Oh, okay. Right. Got
Don't let them do you like that.
No, we're not caught. We're not about to have that happen. No way. No, you know what I'm saying? We will legit.
So what's the Fun Parade about? That sounds interesting.
Oh, the Funk Parade.
Funk Parade.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Oh, so
Yeah,
okay,
Marcus.
bet. It's back on. Okay, the Funk Parade is what? Is it the 5th time they're having it, right, baby? Fifth time they're having it in DC. They have it every year. This year was a little shaky, but they pulled it through. Salute to all the sponsors. And it's just a event they have every year where they really put on a showcase for the independent artists here, and mainly in the DMV area.
Okay.
So you'll see a lot of great artists. Ari Lennox is performing, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Fuss and Cole, Blaquestone.
Oh yeah. Now that's what I'm going there for. That's all I need to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's a wrap.
And there's a lot of other great artists on there. But yeah, it's a really dope festival. May 12th.
Okay.
All day. I think it's up and down U Street, right, baby?
Yeah.
I don't know DC that good.
Yeah, what they do is they partner with different. This year they partner with different venues and restaurants. With gentrification and things like that.
Right.
Things are changing. So it was
Very much so.
It was hard for them to raise money for this because a lot of people said no. But they still pulled through, and the restaurants and the venues that say yes, they're showcasing these artists and bringing awareness back to music artists and to restaurants and to local things that matter in this area. So it's like community. Like Funk Parade really literally just means like community and like different flavors of like what funk music is, was, and what it can be. So super cool.
Well, that's definitely dope, and we're totally for it. I know Torrin is probably already looking at her schedule. Like, let me clear some things out the way.
Funkparade.com.
Yeah, let's
line up all these greatness.
Duly noted.
Here, clear.
That's what we want to know is that timeline for sure. Well, we at IAG are so thrilled and excited that you guys were able to come and chill with us for a few minutes and talk about your connectivity of meeting each other to where you guys have grown since then and how you are looking forward to greater days and sunny days, and also making sure that you guys are available in the community so that others can kind of see a representation of what it looks like to be in love, be black, and to actually be entrepreneurs while maintaining your own form of resources coming in the household, because that's real.
Well,
Very real. Gotta happen.
Courtney.
Mama made sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, we want to say thank you guys so much.
Yes.
We are about to, you are so very welcome. We are about to have some more dope music coming down the pipeline.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This is Felix. I don't even know how to pronounce the name of the song, but it's called Ternafino. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
That's what that is. Felix.
Hey.
Check him out. He's an American rapper, an artist out of Chicago area. He's done dope stuff with No Name, Smino, all those great people.
No Name.
So check him out.
on the scene, the terrorist man on this, my DA. International went from imagine to actual. My hands got dirty, we did what we had to do. The bad diverse, when the bad diverse. The past came in, but the good way on. And that was one thing, never good way on, never sure way long. Ready pulling them strings from the sunrise for. Every hour the power of a real black woman. Cause the first thing that the ones near in the world.
I'm trying to follow
You're
that.
You're like,
One, two, three,
You got
4,
it.
6, 7, 8. 1, 2. This is 1 and 8.
Hot,
Okay, I got it.
hot.
Elemental speed up, fuck the run and find a tempo. Way water run and mental. Focus and curvy, it's the your credentials. Only sentimentals. Dollar hold on showing digits. Heavy pot of spare on for the criminal. I've been up on 36 bands off a piano. Took down the pussy, then cleaned up the mantle. This poor nation, I don't know how to handle. Jacket a trick, so you back on my head to lie. 24 in the generic God. On occasion, I'm catching with the ride. Motherfuckers still living at the mall. Motherfucker, I'ma show you how to ball. Money ain't shit, but checking the bag of church. You did it if you can see it, it goes on the fingertips. Take over the system with press of the 5 strings. Yo, I mean, that is thinking. That's why I don't want you to see. I can't really call it.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I had to catch the the bar. Yeah, I was like
I knew
one.
you, the lyric, and you like to listen to lyrics too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Sharice is gonna like, what?
I was like, okay.
Yeah, the offbeat flow.
Let me get information. What is it? Let me try
I liked it, but I'm glad I ain't got to mix that joint.
Yeah, exactly. Because you would be nice and confused. You have to be
Catch that
like,
one, yeah.
turn that up real quick. Hold on, bring it back. All right. There's no bass in here. Okay, just kidding. Let me just listen to these lyrics and try to figure out the flow. Yeah. Shout out to all the sound engineers that are out there because people don't really know that you can record. Well, yes, they do. They listen to Rihanna. They know that sound engineers are really important.
What are you saying?
Whoa.
Wow.
No shots at Riri.
Wow.
I love Rihanna, but there's some people who are studio creations, and then there's others who are just dope people who really can.
I'm just not even. I just don't even have no words.
Wow, what happened?
You know, Riri's that's best girly.
I don't hate on Riri. I'm just saying we all know that there's a distinct difference between being in studio and then being a performer.
That's true because I said Ashanti. I said Ashanti. I said another show we were talking about it, and I think I said Ashanti.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
What happened there? Exactly.
I'm just waiting for one of y'all to say Beyonce.
Oh.
Wait, I'm not saying it.
Right, you just said it. Like,
whole beehive will come
right, exactly. We need supporters. Then anybody gonna kill us off of Riri? You know what I'm saying? Bevan.
I pledge Bay Fi Bay.
Oh my God. I pledge me fi me, but it's all good.
Remember Mufamu, y'all?
Me fi me.
Y'all don't remember.
Okay. So, the other person, shout out to SZA. We like SZA. All these broken clocks. Luckily, ours are not broken. But she was at Coachella and she was singing, and a lot of people were kind of like, "Oh no, what happened, SZA?" Well, it's a lot going on. The wind, the dust.
She was trying to move.
It's a lot.
A lot to move and
It's a lot. I can't do it anymore like that. You know what I'm saying? The body roll is turned to a half body. I watched some of it. Yeah. So we're all about positivity here. We're all about positivity here at IAG Radio Show.
Kendrick was there to support her.
He was like,
He was there. And she was, she was tired.
Did she just do that one song? Was that it? Because I heard she was saying something about they cut my other songs.
She came in and was like, yeah, thanks for coming out, but they cut my set. Next time, we'll be sure to play everything for you guys, but thank you.
Oh, that sounds like some.
You got her time because of how she was singing?
I'm not sure.
Wow.
That's the reason why. I mean,
That's very bad.
Everybody, that's difficult. I like to see all those critics get up there and dance.
Well, I tell you one thing, they can't, and
Exactly.
that is a fact. Like,
That is a
if you
definite
have a
fact.
real live band and you like have all those pyrotechnics going on, like, listen, that Beyonce experience that took several hours, and she's a Virgo. Like, they were there until she didn't care if they didn't eat or not. You were going to get these steps, okay? 1, 2, 3, and pivot, okay? You know, like it wasn't going to happen without, you know, sacrifice. You know, that's that Virgo lifestyle. Now, it's definitely different. Like, people do. I think that's the part that's crazy about social media, though. Everybody can hate with the easiest
can you do it
quickness.
now?
No, but did you die though? We almost did watching that, but we didn't. So that's all good. So shout out to SZA for that experience, and shout out to Cardi B, who will be present on this Saturday in the DMV for Broccoli Fest. And if you guys didn't have an opportunity to do so, tomorrow and Friday they're already sold out. They're having Broccoli Con, which is a networking opportunity to promote yourself, know your elevator speech, connect, network, and keep things moving. In addition to Broccoli Fest, because Broccoli Fest is just one of the main things that happens once a year, but they have a plethora of events in the community, ensuring that African Americans and others alike can, who want to pursue, you know, careers or entrepreneurialism, can do so and know how to do it effectively, right? So with that being the case, you know, you always got to come correct with some things. So I feel like everybody doesn't have the gift of gab, and you know, you got to figure out what lane you actually stay in, and stay in it. You know, so you don't have no hesitations.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Come on, correct,
Come correct.
DJ Treb.
Can we come correct?
Can we come correct? This month.
Yeah, shout out to Roro for getting us to this, yeah?
Okay.
All right, he's coming correct.
I need a strong cup of coffee cause I haven't slept. If you squeezing in the sketchy, it's tighter than virgins having sex. Rest is for the itchy, yeah. Oh, when I'm mad depressed, I'm not sad today, and there's a few things I ain't mastered yet. They taking staggering steps. I got castles to protect, huh? Why you think I got this dragon's breath? I might call me hazardous. Not too many that can handle this.
I feel like I've heard this before.
Analyst. Let me handle like an animal. I'm a cannibal like Hannibal. When I spit it, baby, it's flammable.
Oh, damn.
I go before
Yes.
the
Okay, I knew I heard it.
capital was murder tactical. The actual, the factual. Gap it and pass it left. Call that a lateral, quadrilateral, parallel, parallel, galactical. This style is unpractical. We laugh at you. Ha ha. Blimey brought the swishes, so you know I got the la la. And ta-da. We beat the mama and the papa. So every time you bullshit us, all we hear is blah blah. Nah nah. We don't speak blah. You poo poo caca. We don't know nada. Bitches talking all that rah rah. Yeah, but they don't want us side down, no slick shit. I'm too cold and he be cold. Or ski clothes like Christmas. I can take it if you gon' dish it. I can break it, bitch, and give it back just on some pimp shit. We gon' run up and might hit you with a brick quick. Plus I'm with my sister Gab and you know she gifted. Click click. I got the biscuits, so it's butter, baby. I've been feeling like that nigga lately. I know these niggas hate me, but they just blowing hot air. They need ventilating. No, we say they going in, but they never penetrate. I've been amazing, it's been debated, they love to hate it. I'm innovated, I'm reloaded like in the Matrix. And if you talk about it, then you better demonstrate it. If you're not bumping this, you better get a better playlist. If I bust my gun, it's not my celebration. I don't fuck with you niggas like it's segregation.
Wow, that was a bar.
No relation, we don't watch what you do, there's no syndication.
Yeah, they are dope. And you know, the first time that I saw them, thanks Roro for actually putting it in. Gifted Gab is who they are. They are two women MCs like that are just like dope. You know what I'm saying? They just really lyrically awesome. That's all I can say. And you know, we are so glad that they came correct, and the best way to come correct is to come on IAG. So anyway, definitely shout out to them. I saw them first time I saw them, I heard of them was on Facebook. And this song actually had gone viral. And I was like, what? How are they able to do this? They were like coming out of a supermarket. Their music video was in the supermarket, and they got into this dope, like, throwback car, you know, the kind of car, like, if you hit it, you gonna need a new car. So, you know, it's just full of steel. So, and I was like, that's why it's stealing bars. That's because they out here getting them. You know what I'm saying? Like, whole time. You feel me?
Went to the bottom of them.
Yeah, they are legit dope as I don't know what. So, we're not fully booked this whole year. So if you are independent artist and you're doing some dope things, or if you know of an independent artist and that's your homie, or you just love them, by all means necessary, please let us know. We read our emails, and we definitely appreciate everyone who have submitted music, past, present, and in future, because that's what we do. And then remember, IAG is not just for musicians or actual artists. These are for folks who are chefs, who are bakers, who are poets, who are authors, who are visual artists, comedians. We've had a gamut of folks on, and we just want even more of you all to come on so we can support who you are, right? So that's what we do here at IAG. Every Wednesday, we're in the building. Get hip to us, support us so we can support you. Share, watch, keep loving on Blaquestone. You can follow them at Blaquestone, BLAQUESTONE_ at Instagram, and then you could just find them at Blaquestone _ on Facebook, and you know, let them know that you saw them here on IAG, okay? Because that's what we do. All right, guys. So again, Courtney and Marcus, we appreciate your efforts. DJ Trev, we about to roll out. Tori and Bevan, everybody that's been staying tuned with us, we love you, and as we always say, IAG, baby. We don't want no problems. You heard me. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was great.
Oh, awesome. We're about to go ahead and do a quick photo.
You got it.
Photo.